Right now, the natural hair movement is on the rise, and next weekend, thousands of people will gather on Randall's Island for Curl Fest.
The event is a celebration of kinks, curls, and coils, and everything representing Black beauty. We're joined today by Curl Fest co-founder Sharice Higgins and Gia Lowe to talk about what Curl Fest is. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, let's talk about the festival and also the mission.
Yes, so Curl Fest is the world's largest natural beauty festival. We were born to change the narrative in the beauty industry. We connect brands, whether corporations, small businesses, small vendors, talent, and guests from around the world. And we are shifting mindsets and changing perceptions of what beauty is.
In addition to that, it's a celebration on the surface, right? Yeah. You're going to come to the experience. You're going to experience our main stage. We have an empowerment stage. We have about 40 brands that are coming with really dynamic experiences for folks to get engaged with. But underneath the surface, at the core, it's really a dynamic shift in the conversation around beauty. We're impacting beauty economy and a broader economy at best. And yeah, the conversation is large.
Why does the conversation need to be had? What have you noticed that you needed, that this festival is necessary?
Right. I mean, for as long as I can remember, I've had challenges when it comes to accepting my natural hair. You know, from a very young age, I got a perm to straighten my hair so that it was more manageable, and then also to have it look more presentable. You know, so whether in the workplace and, you know, considering whether or not I want to come in with my fro or if I want to come in with straight hair, I usually went for the latter because that's what everyone looked like. That was what the society told us was beautiful. That's what we saw in magazines. That's what we see in film. And even down to dolls. Like I never found a doll that looked like me to make me feel like this is what should be beautiful. So there are so many challenges that we face being women of color that it's amazing to see spaces like Curl Fest and bills like the Crown Act that are making it normal for us to feel beautiful and for us to be accepted about time, right? So,
and speaking of the Crown Act, it's legislation that you're hoping will be passed to, so you cannot discriminate over people's hair in the workplace.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. And what basically Sharice was sharing is that representation matters, even down to the workplace. There are some institutions that have rules against coming to work with either locks or different types of twisted styles, and that's definitely connected to our heritage, our ethnicity. So these laws like the Crown Act and those kind of pieces of legislation, they shine a light on the fact that we have to deal with various microaggressions and various prohibitive rules around how we have to present ourselves professionally in the workplace. So it's shifting. It's shifting the conversation for sure.
It's an exciting time.
And so next weekend at Curl Fest, you mentioned the main stage. What else can people expect if they come out?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have an empowerment stage, which is our second stage at Curl Fest, and we're gonna have various panelists. We're even gonna have a panel with men. And men are going to talk about curly hair after dark and curls in relationships. And we're going to have some people talk about the discrimination against natural hair in the Crown Act, as well as Target, who's going to be doing a beauty panel with some of the brands that are featured in their stores and small businesses. So we are very excited. There will be a Soul Train line. I don't know if you mentioned that, Gia.
Not yet.
But we are going to dance. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have national and international DJs. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I love it because thousands of people have been coming to these festivals from 32 different countries.
Yes.
So congratulations, you guys are going to have a great event next weekend, and hopefully the heat's going to be good.
I was going to say, hopefully it's not as hot next weekend.
Right.
It'll be good.
Thank you both for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And for more information about Curl Fest and to purchase tickets, you can head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.